Here with thoughts on this and more, Matt Towery, political analyst and pollster. Matt, okay, I didn't know that was George Conway. My old friend of 30 years, by the way, when he was a conservative. Poor George. Anyway, do Democrats think they can use events like, what, No Kings, like to fire up the public? I mean, is that working here?
Well, okay, I think I finally figured it out. I think the Democrats have literally jumped the shark. They have gone from occasionally we'll have a little protest, this, that, and the other, to they're going to go full bore, continue to protest, continue to advocate more violence because they don't think they can win elections. They are convinced that Trump is somehow going to rig everything in the midterms. We're going to have all this redistricting. They don't think they can win a presidential election. So now they've just got to go completely crazy. I think their strategy, and I'm being serious about this, I think they're waiting to see the time when no longer people can get their food stamps, when more and more essential government workers just don't get paid for a long period of time, and other ensuing situations take place. And they're hoping that they can hold another one of these No King rallies and this time have real live people show up rather than just sort of the faux establishment and the 70-plus crowd who are for whatever reason, always upset with Donald Trump. I really think that's what they want, and I think that's what they're playing for. Now, it may help short term, but in the long term, when this thing is all over and people realize they wouldn't fund the military, for example, this is not going to play well with the American people.
Yeah, well, and I think also short term, long term, things seem to be turning pretty positively for the economy. I know people are suffering still and people need jobs and there's still pain out there. But CNN has to report the news for Republicans and the president on the economy. And you know Democrats hate this. Watch.
Last year, look at this, 43% at this time, 43% of Americans said the top problem was economic. Come to this side of the screen. It's just considerably different. We're talking about 24%. We're talking about a drop of nearly 20 points. And more than that, we're talking about across all of the different political groups, right? Democrats, independents, Republicans. We see that the percentage who say the top problem is economic has been falling.
Matt, when we look at economic data from a political perspective, is that the key indicator that the economy is in good shape today?
I think so. I mean, another example, George Stephanopoulos had someone, the head of Walmart, on, and the guy comes on and talks about how they're going to be able to create a Thanksgiving dinner, and it's going to be so much cheaper this year. I don't think he really wanted to hear that. The truth is, the average person not everyone feels like things are better. I understand that. But in general, people get the sense that inflation is staying down, people are getting jobs, the economy is looking good. I think Trump's doing well in all those categories.
Matt, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.